Okay, English assistance from the Prince of Wales Challenger. So, what I learned in English, how to pass English, is that there's no right answer. You're not trying to be right. You're trying to demonstrate that you can write an essay about the subject that you've been set. And it's important that you don't just repeat what's already been done. That's a waste of time. Again, let's say an example. In my A-level, as I did in the 90s, as a mature student, we did the book The Go-Between, which is a fantastic read. I recommend you read it because you can reference symbolism to the Go-Between. It's a go-to book because any question you're set about that contains symbolism as what you're trying to highlight in the text that you've been set, you can just call in the Go-Between. So you can reference that you've read the book, and then you reference the book that you really loved, that really spoke to you about symbolism, and you'll just remember all this stuff that you remember from a book that you really loved. The opening line being, the past is a foreign country, they do things differently there. So we do things differently here in a Fun and Taff, in your country, for your education. So the essay I want you to deliver, if it's set on any text you get, it's been set, and it's about symbolism, is that I'll just write my essay that I love writing about symbolism in the Go-Between, linking it to that particular text. I've already practiced it 2 or 3 times, and it was a doddle, and I loved it, and I remembered it all. I could pull out quotes because I liked the quotes, because I'd spent time reading them to my friends, and we discussed which bits we liked of any book that you love. Okay, and this is a technique for English. Ignore the set text that you've been given if you found it a struggle. If you loved it, then just use the set text, because you'll remember it in the same way. If you struggled with the text, just say, look, it links through to symbolism. This is what I know about symbolism. Link it to a book you do love. That's an A-star answer. If you mention, look, I didn't read the book. I just found it so cumbersome and boring, it just didn't speak to me. But this is what I know about sign and symbolism, and you'd write about the Go-Between. Now that's an A-star answer as far as I'm concerned in the education system, because it shows you know how to read a book, you know how to analyse text, you understand what the question was all about, it's just you hated the book you were set. Okay? And so A-star. That's the technique. I want you to look at everything that you're currently doing in that assessment, taking that critical thinking assessment to what am I actually being asked to do. If you're being asked to do something which is fucking pointless, don't do it. Just say, this is what I would do if I was tasked with a pointless task that I couldn't get out of. Yeah? And then in the future, when you're in the real world of work, you'll realise that when you've been given pointless tasks and you go to your man and say, this task is pointless, he should say why, and you explain to him and you go, oh yeah, thanks, that is pointless, let's change the system. Boom, the world moves on into a new reign. Yeah, the past really is a foreign country. Let's leave it there. Let's live in the future in Great Britain. Let's live in peace, prosperity, and love and morality, and let's go! You young people, grasp your moment. Carpe diem, says Yanis Varoufakis, and Carpe diem says your king candidates. Take me to your hearts, and let's go. Love rules. Do the work. Choose.